The best way to get what you want is by deserving it. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today, I want to continue with our series on Dokkōdō by Miyamoto Musashi and talk about a rule we covered before in another video called Humility is Strength. The rule says, consider yourself lightly, consider the world deeply. In that other video, we focused on the first part, consider yourself lightly, which deals with humility. But today, I want to focus on the second part, consider the world deeply, and connect it to a practical concept, the law of attraction. Now, I know the law of attraction is very well known, but I find that most videos and books cover it only on a surface level. They talk about mindset and visualization, and yes, those are important, but here's the truth. Your mindset doesn't matter until you put in the work. You can read as many books as you want, watch as many motivational videos as you like, but if you don't take real action, nothing changes. You can watch fitness content all day, but unless you go to the gym and eat healthy, your body will stay the same. This applies to everything in life. What I'm about to share with you is very powerful, but only if you put in the work. Because when you do, it pays off big time. Whether it's work, your career, or relationships, the principle remains the same. You get what you want, not by focusing on what you want, but by focusing on what the world needs. That's what Musashi meant by consider the world deeply. And when you do this, you immediately differentiate yourself from 90% of people because most people are selfish. They only think about what they want, not what they can offer. But here's the reality. The world doesn't care about what you want. It only cares about what you have to offer. Business partners care about how you can make them money. Potential life partners care about how you can make their lives better. They don't care how hard you work, how nice you are, or how much you want something, because they're thinking about their own wants and needs. The moment you become the person who can help them achieve that, you become valuable. And when you're valuable, you become the prize. You stop chasing, you start attracting. And when you live this way consistently, you'll be amazed how far you get ahead of everyone else. But here's the key. For this to work, two conditions must be met. You must actually become valuable. You must be perceived as valuable. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a student at university and you want to land your first job at a prestigious firm. Here's what most people do. They send out hundreds of applications. Maybe they get a few interviews. They prepare generic answers and go into the interview acting like the company is doing them a favor. They say things like, "Thank you for giving me a chance to prove myself. I promise if you hire me, I won't let you down." That's chasing. That's desperation. Now, here's how a smarter person handles it. He researches the problems the industry is currently facing and how those problems affect the firms he wants to apply to. He thinks of real solutions and how his skills could help implement them. Then, instead of sending 100 applications, he attends a career fair where those companies are present. He talks directly with executives, but instead of asking, "Can I get a job?" he asks thoughtful questions like, "In your opinion, what are the biggest challenges your firm and the industry are currently facing?" The executive shares some problems, and this guy responds, "That's interesting. I've actually been thinking about that issue, and one possible solution could be." Now he's showing value. He's not begging for a job, he's showing insight. And when you do that, you naturally attract attention. The executive becomes interested, realizing this person actually knows his stuff, and after a few minutes of genuine conversation, the executive says, "We're actually recruiting right now. You might be a great fit. Why don't you send us your CV?" Notice the shift? The firm is now coming to him. He became the prize. When he later attends the interviewer asks, "Why did you apply to our company?" And he replies, "I applied because Mr. Name from your firm suggested it. He thought I might be a good fit. I'm here to see if your company is also a good match for me. That answer changes everything. He's not chasing the company anymore. The company is chasing him. But remember, to reach that level, you first have to become valuable and be perceived as valuable. If you're not valuable yet, work on developing your skills. If you are valuable but not perceived that way, work on communication, presentation, and branding. Once you achieve both, opportunities start coming to you. You'll attract people, jobs, and situations naturally, not through chasing, but through being. And this doesn't just apply to business. It applies to everything, including relationships, social life, and personal growth. If you do this consistently, if you truly focus on becoming valuable and offering value to others, you'll rise far above the crowd. So remember Musashi's words, consider yourself lightly, but consider the world deeply. Stop thinking only about what you want. Start thinking about what you can give. And when you do, the world will start giving back to you in ways you never imagined. Thank you for watching.